Hello everyone and welcome to day 4, also the quarterfinals of the 2016 MLG Columbus Pick'em Challenge. And to be honest, I probably should have went with Virtus Pro considering how bad they beat them on day 1. But I mean, not much you can do about that. Let's see. NIP actually looked very promising. Threat was actually fragging a lot better than everyone thought he would. However, I don't think it's going to be enough to beat Navi. But I don't know, because Threat had some interesting T-side strats on Cobble, I think it was, against Mouse Sports, that just totally destroyed Mouse Sports CT. So, I mean, let's take a look at the matches real quick. So 16-5 on Cobblestone, Exist, Get Right, and Threat actually top fragged. Forrest didn't really show up that game, but it's not like he needed to show up because his team was. And then Get Right and Forrest top fragged the cash game. They were gonna lose that though because Thread can't hold middle by himself just because he doesn't have that one-on-one fragging potential, which is what Mouse Sports kind of like kept going at because they saw it as a weakness. And then Threat actually was almost top frag in this game, which honestly very surprising. I mean, granted, it's just a bunch of like 1 kills here, 1 kills there, so it's not like big impact kills like these 3Ks or 2Ks or get right to 4K, but I mean, being a coach and playing for a while, it's actually very, very impressive. However, I don't think it's going to be enough to beat Navi because I think Navi, once they find out in their meticulous style where that weakness is at on that NIP side, they'll just exploit it and exploit it and exploit it. And then when they finally fix it, they'll figure out the weakness on the other end of the bomb site or other end of the map and just exploit that. So I think Navi is going to win 2 maps to 1. And I think actually no, Navi doesn't play cash at all, so they probably won't pick that. Navi might pick Train because they're a very, very good Train team. And they might pick Inferno because they're also a very good Inferno team. Some maps they might avoid would be Dust 2 because NMP is very good at Dust 2, and they might avoid. They're definitely gonna avoid Cash because they don't play Cash at all, and even though there is a weakness on NMP's Cash, they wouldn't take the chance. Now, this is one of the tougher picks in the entire quarterfinals because Astralis, former TSM, back when Pronax was in Fnatic, TSM was Fnatic's kryptonite. Like, Fnatic could not beat TSM or Astralis, whatever you want to call them, for any reason. But Fnatic, with the exception of losing to Team Liquid, just looks so strong right now. It's kind of hard not to go with them. But then again, Astralis and Kerrigan, having that Kerrigan as in-game leader with him being so smart, it's kind of hard not to go with them because they can form anti-strats against Fnatic. And I don't know, because Fnatic's map pool is just so strong, and Astralis' map pool is also very strong. So I think, I think the map ban would probably be Astralis banning Inferno because it's one of Fnatic's strongest maps, and they might play. They probably won't play Train because Fnatic is also a very good Train team. They might try to play Dust 2 because they can put Cajun B on that car side and just watch Cat. And they normally do very, very well in Dust 2. But yeah, this can go 50-50. Let me just take back a look at the matches. I know they did pretty bad, even though they did frag very well against Gambit because they didn't do the research. I mean, with the exception of Team Liquid, Fnatic hasn't really been tested at all this major. So, because they faced a tier 2 NA team, Splice, which no one thought they were going to go anywhere. And I mean, if you look at this game, Hiko, Simple, Dre, and Elise just dropped 30 bombs like, all around the board, picking up slap for Nitro. But I mean, Nitro doesn't really show up if they're just doing that good. So the fact that Team Liquid beat them, being an NA team, I might lean towards Astralis because once Astralis figured out what COG was doing, they just shut COG down. Now, in these best of threes, they showed a lot of promise on, I would say just not a lot of promise, but they stomped FaZe on Cobblestone. So that may be one of the maps that Astralis is going to avoid because probably two of the best maps Fnatic has is Train and Cobblestone. So they might, they probably have to pick the lesser of the two evils, but yeah, I think they might try to take him on Mirage because they stick carry in mid with the op like they normally do. It's very well if carry can get that pick on JW trying to get that mid pick, and it just sets the pace for the whole round. But yeah, I mean this is one of the hardest picks in the entire major because not only is it best of three, it's against the top two teams in the pro scene. So I would say just a tactical advantage. I might have to go with the Astralis. Fnatic probably can outfrag Astralis in a 1v1 against any of them, but I just feel like tactically, Astralis will win. And then this one, I'm gonna have to say Team Liquid, very fast pick because not only did Team Liquid beat Fnatic, but with the addition of Simple, Team Liquid has just gone on to another level. And even when it was just their old lineup was with Adren, it was like Adren, Hiko, Liege, Nitro, and Fugly, which is now on COG. But even with that old lineup, they would still beat COG. So I just feel like Team Liquid is a stronger NA CS team than COG is. And then this is another hard one because Virtus Pro has that no respect kind of gameplay on their T side, and Luminosity kind of plays like Na'Vi, and as you can see, Na'Vi just, I forget what the scoreline was, but yeah, Na'Vi just destroyed them on Cobblestone. So I feel like Luminosity might try to pick Cobblestone. I'm not sure if they played Cobblestone at all this season. But if they don't, they will definitely pick Mirage because that is Luminosity's strongest map. And they might pick Train because Train kind of suits their style of play, where you're slow to start off, and the last like 20-30 seconds you explode onto a bomb site. So I just feel like Luminosity's style of play will counter Virtus Pro's style a lot better than, say, if NIP was trying to play Virtus Pro because it just wouldn't work out. So, you know, I keep forgetting to turn this off when I do this video because there we go. You guys can see a little bit better without having all that distraction down there. But yeah, so I have Navi beating NIP 2-1. I have Astralis beating Fnatic 2-1. And then I have Team Liquid beating COG. I would say depending on the map pool, I'm gonna have to say 2-0. I know for a fact Team Liquid's gonna ban Cobblestone because that is COG's strongest map. So they'll definitely ban Cobblestone. And they might play CLG on Mirage because Team Liquid's fairly well in Mirage. So I feel like if that happens and they take Mirage from CLG, it's going to be an easy 2-0. And then LG versus VP, I might say about probably 2-1. A lot of these games are going to be very close. Probably with the exception of Team Liquid versus Logic. Just because I feel like Liquid is on another level than COG is. Even though they both did make it to the quarterfinals, which is very impressive for NA teams. I just kind of hope, like, one was up here in the AB group and the other one's down here in the CD group. So that way, if they did somehow to make it, they could make it to the finals and guaranteed NA team to win, which is what I'm hoping for. Yeah, I feel like if any NA team has a chance to make it to the final, it is Team Liquid. Because they took down the biggest, but the best team in the world right now, which is Fnatic. And that's just very impressive. Now for my fantasy team, I have, as always, Krim's going commando because he's always well. Hiko, the clutch king. I feel like even though it is going to be 2-0 against COG, there's going to be a lot of 1v1 situations that Hiko was gonna have to win. And then today Hayes went off with the pistols. Like he just did so well. I think he was top frag every game too. First TOG. Yeah, Hayes 25-19. Hayes 22-17. Well, he wasn't top frag, but top leaderboard. And then he didn't really show up in the Mirage game, but still he went 18-20. So he's a very, very good fragger when it comes to that. And just for that, I'm gonna keep him as my eco warrior. I'm gonna have Flamey as an entry frag because if Navi plays Overpass, which I think they might because they're a very, very good Overpass team, Flamey likes to lurk into B-Tons, Monster, whichever one you want to call it, and kind of creep up, catch the enemy off guard, and just kind of get that first entry kill. And a lot of times you'll get the two players on site because they just don't see it until they start adjusting for it. And a lot of times I'll give Navi the round. So, and then I feel like Guardian will out-op NIP. Because even though Forrest is the primary opper, Forrest hasn't really been showing his op potential during this major. My bad, I'm sorry, just totally went blank. Yeah, he hasn't been opping as well as major, so he's been godlike with the M4, but he just hasn't been hitting the shots with the M4. I mean, with the op. And as you can see, I have the points updated here, but they haven't updated here yet. Yeah, I am currently top 2% in the world when doing the fantasy team. And hopefully this will do me well. And we'll be doing this and that. So one more time, I have Grims, Hiko, Hayes, Flamey, Guardian. And I have Navi, Astralis, Team Liquid, and LG. Now one thing to keep in mind though, I do have to win every one of these matches. I don't have to win, I have to get each one of these matches correct. Because if I don't, then I won't get the gold trophy thing, which I really want because it looks pretty nice. But if I do, I'll get silver because this is 24, this is 16. Put those together, that's 40, and then that's 50 right there. So 50 plus 29 is 79, which will give me enough. So if I miss 6, actually I think I can miss 1, but it has to be in this. Because I'll get the 1 point for this, 1 point for that, and then 1 point for that. So it'll give me 53, 63, and I'll be 81, I think. 82. But yeah, it's gonna be close, so I'm gonna try not to miss any of these pick'ems. Like, some of the dumb picks I had was NIP against LG, like, easily LG should have beat NIP. And then another dumb one was Cloud9 and G2. Like, I'm just a Cloud9 fan, so I wanted them to make it out. But obviously that didn't happen. So, yeah, I mean, I could have made better picks. Like, this one was actually very, very close. It went to 5 overtime, so I was kind of upset about that. But, I mean, nothing to do about that. And then I should have just picked Navi for this, because Navi always does well against VP. Yeah, this again. If you guys liked the video, please hit that like button. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. And I'll talk to you guys later.